Shall we begin?
Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. If you like what you see today, please like, subscribe, notify. And today we are doing part 2 of our Wig 101. And I'm going to teach you how to set a wig perfectly. Let's get on with the wig that we were working on last time. Here she is. And what we're going to first do with our wig is make sure that she is pinned to the head. So we go around the front, and we always use either a piece of lace or a shoelace, piece of tape, anything you can just before you put the pins in, because otherwise that saves the lace from snagging at all. We also use 2 pins or 3 pins in the back to secure her down as fully as we can, stretched out as we can, so that we can get the best set in her we can. You're not going to see my face all the time on this one. I'm really sorry. But if you want to learn about wigs, look at the head, not at the beauty. So on we go. What we're going to first do is we're going to go with our Denman brush, and we're going to really brush her well. I'm going to grab myself a towel because she's still drippy, darling. So I don't want wet feet. There we go. And I've not got heels on, just so I'm a bit smaller for you. So we're going to go around, we're going to give her a good brush with the Denman. Now, the style that I'm going to actually do for you is the style that I personally think is like Boo's signature wig now. It's one that I did for Miss Drag UK. People see me in it quite a lot if I'm out on a gig. So we give her a bit of a rough brush. And I prefer to actually do things sectional with the brushing. It does save a bit of time. You also want yourself some clips. So we're going to start at the back, and we're going to part her down the middle, just to see how bad these knots are in the different sections. Once we've sectioned there, we're going to section her up a little bit like an orange, cutting an orange into 4, or an apple into 4, or whatever round fruit you desire. Only got to kind of quite roughly do her, just so again we can see what state we're in, how knotty she is, and if we can get her back to how we want her to be. Once we've got the back ones done, I'm just going to adjust this one because this has got a little touch of the front in at the top. Once we've got our sections, I'm going to turn around to the front, and then what we're going to do is decide where our parting is going to be. So with myself, normally I tend to like to have my parting onto my left side of my face. Had to think about that for a second. So I think when I did it last time, I think she was a bit too far over, so I'm going to pull some more to give me more va-va-voom at the front. So, starting, we're going to look at this section here that's at the front. I always tend to start my wigs at the front. What we're going to be working with, a lot of people work with Velcro setting rollers. I tend to prefer to work with actual setting rollers. People may not know this, but Boo is actually a hairdresser by trade. So this was something that I used in work, and I learned quite a while ago. And to be fair, I find this method is the best method for wigs. I find if you use the Velcro, the curls never turn out as nice as they do with these setting rollers. So what we're going to do is make sure that the section is the right size for the rollers. So when you're thinking of doing your sets, the hair and the section always wants to be within kind of the roller's length, and then as far as taking each section, it wants to be the same width or kind of just slightly smaller than the roller that you're using. You can stretch and go a little bit wider, but you just don't get as nice a set, and you get a lot of hair around the roller, which then it doesn't penetrate with the heat. So with this section here, I know that I've just got to clean up this bottom end so that I can get more roller in at the bottom. And to be fair, because it's not a human head, she can be a little bit rougher. Especially because we're on video and it's time, darling, because I need you to stay with me. So here we go. This is going to be our section. Brush her through as much as you can with this soft brush, because this soft brush helps so much to get rid of all of the taps. Then we're going to go with a sectioning clip. And with this piece here, we're going to take just the right amount. For the roller. I like to start at the top at the front, so the top one always gets a really nice lift at the root. Once we've got her like that, brush through this whole section, making sure she's good. I sometimes have another comb as well. This is a large cutting comb, and I will use that to brush through just to make sure all the knots are out. We're going to go for our roller and our pin, if I don't drop them. So, take our brush and we're going to brush the hair the opposite way that we're going to be taking the roller down. Now, as you can notice, this has got a short, I don't know whether you can see, but this has actually got a short piece here, so this is going to be quite difficult to get all in one, but she's a professional girl, she's a professional. So, I'm so sorry if you can't see this as well. So we need to get the roller in at the top like this. I'll take her down to where about the shortest bit of lengths of hair are, and then I wrap her around the roller to one side. Whoa. And then she makes a mess on camera, girl. And this is a trade. We're going to take the roller all the way down, collecting any hairs that go down on the way. Hold her in the top of the head, and then I use a pin on one side straight through, and then a pin on the other side, so this holds the hair on either end of the roller. So I'm going to do a couple more for you, and then I'll probably put a bit of a fast forward on, because you really don't want to watch me do all of these rollers, as soothing as it may be for you. So again, we're going to lift the hair up and out. We're going to take our roller, place it on. We're going to pull out again until we find like the shortest lengths that are going to start falling. So then we're going to, once we do that, we're going to take the hair, wrap it around one side like so, and up she goes. Up, 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 in. 2 pins. This one has got a little bit of drag. But that's fine, because we love a bit of drag. In she goes. This one here. Do one more. Take your roller, brush the hair out from the head, double her, fabulous. Take the roller in, trying to do it so you can see, it's an absolute nightmare. Bring the hair down, roll around one side, Nice and tight and roller up. Catching those hairs from that long bit that you wrap around the first time. And in she goes. It's super fiddly when you first start setting wigs. I find it really therapeutic, and I thoroughly enjoy doing it on a nice wig. Once we've got her in, sometimes you may have to use more, especially around the lower parts of the wig, because just gravity's wanting to pull her down. So I'm going to go on a fast forward. I'm going to carry on with all the wig, and I will see you soon. Okay, when we get to the back, what I like to do is kind of brick work her from the top. So give her a good brush through. And what we're going to do is sort of start in the middle and then work our way over, and just like bricks, darling, just like bricks. So on we go, and I'll see you soon. Once we've got her all set, we're going to get ourselves a hairnet, a little bit like the one your gran wears. So here we go, we pop her over at the front. This is just going to hold everything in while we do the last bit to set a wig. So obviously we've set her now, and you have to make sure that it's going to, this isn't just, if you just left this, it isn't going to be curly, because this is plastic. Just like this and this. So what we need to either do is steam her, or we can actually take her and drop the whole head in boiling hot water. Again, be careful of your fingers and ask an adult to help us at all times. Drop her in hot water, lift her out, and then just leave her to dry. I always do the steaming method. So what we're going to do with the steaming method, if you get yourself a clothes steamer, or you can do it with a kettle, but again, the kettle, I used to do this and it would burn me terribly, because you got to keep reboiling the kettle just to hold the head over, and you will burn your fingers. So with the steamer method, we get ourselves a carrier bag and we place her over the head. Thanks, Tesco. And we take our steamer. And it'd be good if Boo would have switched the steamer on, ready to use. So what we're then going to do is go around the whole head with the steamer, and we're going to put the steamer underneath the carrier bag. And we're going to steam her for, I would probably say, for around 5 minutes. You want to make sure that she's well heated and that heat has really well absorbed into the wig. So taking the wig and we steam. Straight into the bag. I lift her up a little bit at the top. Just helps the steam sort of gather around the top and get into those top rollers. When it starts to get hot, drop her down, darling. Move the steamer all the way around the wig. And again, do this for about 5 minutes. So I will see you soon. Okay, so once she's been steamed for the appropriate amount of time, we're going to leave her in a bag to cool. We leave her in a bag for, it could be 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes, could be half an hour. Go off, do something, have a cup of tea. Leave her in a bag, take the bag off, and then leave her in a warm place to dry overnight. You won't be seeing me looking like this, styling this wig out, because I leave all my wigs to dry naturally. I don't like using the extra heat on them. You can make a wig oven. I've never done so. You can also use a hairdryer if you want to, but again, I've never done so. So leave her to dry in a bag for a little while, or cool in a bag, should I say. Take the bag off, let her dry for 24 hours, and then style her then. Ready into the most beautiful style that you can think of. So thank you for being here today. I hope you're enjoying the 3-part series of Wig 101. If you are enjoying this, today, please like, comment, subscribe. Let's get in touch. Let's connect, darling. Tell me what you want to see with wigs. Tell me what you want to see with makeup. Tell me in the comments below and let's connect. Thanks for being here. Hopefully, boo-boo. See you, Susie. Bye for now.